Hello YouTube, this is Animation 508. I'm doing a video in response to Dan Brown's most recent video about the Don't Say Gay bill, which bans talking about homosexuality in classrooms, and I'm giving my opinion on it. Crap, which one do I have? Okay. There we go. And the reason I'm in Minecraft is because staring at my face while I talk about it is quite boring. So, first of all, let me give you some background information. I'm part of the GSA at my high school. I'm very involved. I'm quite liberal. And I happen to be bi. So, this kind of hits home. I also have to say that I think that just the fact that we are still caught up on homosexuality in general kind of pisses me off. Because, seriously, I think this is about as ridiculous as being caught up on whether or not having darker skin because you're from a different part of the world makes you a legal citizen. It's literally that ridiculous. I mean, it's not that's over-exaggerating, it's quite a hyperbole, but it's along the same lines as, discriminating in some way, shape, or form based on what you are, who you are in your biology, and you can't change that. When you are gay, or you are lesbian, or whatever you happen to be, you can't change that. That's just who you are. And I think that the Republicans and the teachers who are voting for this, the Christians, and not even always Christians, just some really irrational people who are voting for this are uninformed. About as uninformed as our children will be because of these bills. I mean, the fact of the matter is, if your child doesn't know what homosexuality is, and then they hit 8th grade, and they start thinking about why they like Jimmy, who sits next to them in class, and not Susie, who everybody else is drooling over, what's wrong with them? And they're going to be emotionally scarred. That's what happens when you deprive your child of education. When you deprive your child of education about themselves, when they're developing, they will be confused, and this can actually damage the way they develop as an adult. And it can lead to some serious educational problems. They'll be caught up on something, and then they won't, get their work done. They won't think about the right things. Also, if they do learn from an internet source, as is common now, since we are in the modern century, just proof, you can go online and you can be 10 and search in, why do I like boys? And, you'll come up with a whole bunch of different results, and you'll learn about what being gay is, but you won't know anything about it. You won't have any information on being safe. It won't be for kids. It'll be information written about for adults or for high school children, not teenagers, but not written for the kids in middle school who don't quite understand what's going on. I'm not saying that children are fragile. I mean, I'm a teenager. It's not like I'm bashing people who are younger than me. I'm just saying there's a certain degree that children we're malleable, and not in the sense of who we are so much as what we know. And if a child does not know everything, for instance, that homosexuality is natural, they might get scared of what's wrong with them, or not what's wrong with them, but what they are, and they'll think that there is something wrong with them. And I think that the stigma right now, thanks to the GOP, is that being gay is something wrong, and that it's a disease, and that's completely wrong and irrational, and it doesn't make any sense. I think that the fact that a bill like this can even be put into Congress shows that we obviously are not doing enough to help the LGBT movements, and I think that just the thought of having a bill like this in Congress actually makes me mad on so many levels, because it's ridiculous. I can't believe we are still caught up on the idea that being gay happens. I mean, yeah, I can get, you think it's a little weird. Yeah, it is weird for some people that, somebody will like another guy instead of a girl, because they're not used to that. That makes sense. But then when you go and you take it out because your religion says, oh, yeah, you can't be with a man or another man, that's not making sense. That's called, well, quite frankly, it's just discrimination based on religion, which is introducing church to state, which is really it's not unconstitutional, because it never actually says in the Constitution, do not combine church and state. So I won't say it's unconstitutional, because that's BS. I know better than that. But, it is ridiculous to say, and, quite frankly, it's gonna damage our children in the long... Ooh, lava pit. It's gonna damage our children in the long run. And that's that. And if you have an argument to me, go ahead, post it in the comments. I know this video has been long-winded, and I apologize, but, I kind of felt like going on a rant. So, this has been Animation 508. I'm really intrigued to hear your guys' responses. Is that a floating island? And, please respond, actually, because I love debates like this. It is a floating island. So, thanks for watching, and goodbye.